Disturbing history.
Super weird Sunday morning, but this is why you should
hypnotize me to
is the most psychologically twisted experiment.
So if all the men were to wake up and to put an end to the Super Bowl, if everybody would back out of sports, do you know what would happen? You would cripple the nation. If people knew that some of your sports games are CGI and video games, you'd cripple the nation. Men pay money. Men sit down in front of TV. There's Super Bowl games. You know, wives are making chicken wings and beer and just trying to give their men a good time.
Wait, what? Wives are giving their men a good time? Who's complaining? Who's complaining? Oh boy. So she wants us to get rid of the Super Bowl? I mean, if it is a ritual, you would want to get rid of it. Or like, then if you get rid of it, are they just going to go out with another sport? And now instead of humans, they're like doing like robot sports. We just watch the robots play now. We don't care if the humans are playing. We don't care about the sport. We just want to do the betting and have the entertainment because all we want is the food and the entertainment because we're all distracted. Welcome back, goons. We're watching Explore the Weird. Hey, I got videos today that my wife sent me as well as my friend Craig. We're going to go through them. Let's see.
Yeah, let's go to the mountain. Yeah.
Reason 1,000,004, you should be grateful you're not a fish. The gulper eel. This is unacceptable. And before you say, no, this is cute, stop. I don't want to hear it. Look at it. They can open their mouth wide enough to eat prey larger than themselves. Look. Are you kidding me? No. If I was a fish, this would be the most disrespectful way to go.
Bro, I mean, like, it looks like a little, like, thing that fertilizes an egg or something. I'm sorry. I'm like, my mind's like, yo, what is it? Are we sure this is interesting? Very, very interesting. What do we do with this now? Have you ever seen like that anaconda eats an alligator and like somehow the anaconda just like bursts open and like they both die, like both the alligator dies and the anaconda dies? Like, oh, like how big of a thing can this thing eat? Now, I have many questions.
Disturbing history facts.
What the hell? So they use tapeworms to lose weight? Dude, I feel like I keep getting videos of like a king of the ocean type dude that like eats all kinds of raw stuff and like he gets tapeworms and I feel like he's also... Never mind. Man, he's wild, that guy. And then the smoothing, like what the hell? And like the thing with the Nike. Really? You take it from a murderer? Like what? What are you trying to say, Nike? What are you trying to say? What's really going on? Sorry, don't come after me. No one come after me. I'm just exploring here.
Won't let anyone use this on you.
And nobody at home use this on anyone else.
Don't use this on anyone else. So there's this thing that NLP people will do or pickup artists will do where they move their hand like this and the other person will begin to nod. Typically when we do this with our hand, the other person starts to nod, which makes you think, I agree.
What are you doing for anyone that is
I'm moving my hand up and down in a nodding yes motion. I've noticed very manipulative people will do is they'll be doing this. They speak like, don't you understand what I'm saying? Do you get this? And the other person will start to nod. And I've seen this entire audience will start nodding. And then you think to yourself, well, I'm nodding, so I must agree with this person. It's a secret way to get someone to secretly agree with you. So just be careful and don't make sure no one uses that on you.
All right, you goons know my mannerisms. I don't have to do this dirty stuff. You know. The real goons, they come up with their own decisions and observations, and then they decide whether they are a goon or not. The real goons, they decide by themselves. Oh boy. And then I was like, what if I do two hands? Does it like make it even better and stronger? Like interact with the video? Or is that like too much? And then like if I had the head nod to, like this just feels excessive. Yeah, interact. You know it's going to help us out. Was this too fast? Is the pace matter? Interact, you know? Sorry, now I'm over it. I'm never going to... You already know. Hey, are you a goon? Please do the things. You know other goons did the things before you, so now you got to do the things so that way you find the other goons because that's the way. That's the only way. That's how you're supposed to do it in the YouTube algorithm. And then your following says, yes, this guy's pretty good. And then we find the other guys and then that's the thing. And then we grow. And then soon, Goonland. Thank you. Love you.
So, Battlestar Galactica might have been right. Ancient space humans landing on Earth, interbreeding with early Earth humans. Yeah, this might have actually happened. For entertainment purposes only and pure speculation on this study. But scientists recently discovered evidence of what they call a ghost population of people from our distant past within our DNA. They were called Population B, an unknown hominid species that wasn't Homo erectus, Neanderthal, Denisovan, Sapien, you get the point. They were something else entirely, and they showed up 1.5 million years ago, interbred with early humans, and disappeared without a trace from the genetic record. And then they showed up again 300,000 years ago and intermingled with us once more. Now here's where it gets crazy. Scientists believe that this population contributed 20% of our DNA to us, and they also likely boosted our brain function significantly. Which means whoever these people were much smarter than us, and nobody knows who they were, or where they came from, or where they went. All they left was genetic fingerprints, almost like they were visitors from somewhere else. Now, I'm not saying it was aliens, but what do you think this ghost population was? Were they Earthborn superhumans, lost to time, or just another normal hominid offshoot? Or could they have been something not of this world, engineering our development? Let me know what you think in the comments.
I mean, why can't they be a hominoid offshoot, you know, similar to like the Neanderthals and the Homo sapiens, how they interbred and stuff. Like we could have interbred with something else. Most people are going to go, Teddy, that was the Anunnaki. Others will be like, that was the Nephilim. Others are going to be like, hey, that was the aliens in the water that we need to go back and find. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, hey, there could be an entire civilization under the pyramids that we need to uncover, and they're going to be the ones to be like, we know the truths, and we know how you started, and you guys are actually the slave population in a prison planet, and that's what's... Sorry. In order to get the freedom, you need to go underneath the pyramids or into the alien in the water, so you go to... Sorry. Or go to the big... Sorry. Oh boy, I really want to go to the Bigfoot's hideout. I feel like they're having the real fun.
There's nothing more horrifying than zoomed in bug faces, and I can prove it to you. This is a frog-legged leaf beetle. They have frog-like back legs. This is from a Nikon photography competition last year. It's an ant. This is also an ant. This one too. Bristleworm. They live in deep ocean. Tiny baby zebrafish. Wow, so cute. Demodex mites. They live in the pores of your face and they come out at night to eat your skin. My favorite, a tapeworm. My least favorite, also a tapeworm. Water bears. They're very small yet indestructible. They've landed on the moon without spacesuits and survived for 10 days. They can also survive in ice and boiling water. Pink underwing moth caterpillar. They do this for protection from the bad guys, obviously. Longhorn beetle, another longhorn beetle, and a bold jumping spider. They are very good dancers.
Bro, these are all Halloween masks now. I'm more scared by these than the actual Halloween masks that they sell currently. Oh boy, it's always the same Halloween mask over and over again. Scream, some skeleton thing, and that one minion guy that's always got... Sorry. And now they got those weird ones where it's all like air inflated, and or like it makes it seem like an alien's abducting you and you're like... Sorry. Wait, what? I like the water bear one. The water bear seemed pretty cool. Is that what I need to evolve to in order to turn into the cockroach of my timeline? Just Teddy transformed from humanoid to water bear, and now... And some girls pick the bear over the men. And now I'm a what? Sorry, this turned into something else. ADHD.
People have been recording some weird things happening in the sky, as we talked about before.
Now we have...
See, this is more simulation signals.
The red light? Oh, that's what I was telling you. What the f is that? I'm gonna step
It's
back.
like raining lightning.
Well, look at the shape of this cloud.
It's like almost
this cloud's
square.
not, it's not even moving. It's just stuck like that.
It's like a Tetris piece.
Yeah. And here's another one. Look. This was in Louisville, Lake, Texas on the 3/30/25th. Same day as that other video we just watched.
I wonder if there's something connected with these dates.
Another interesting thing is Ontario, Canada.
It was like a light that turned into a cloud. What is that?
It connected. And they're making a heart shape.
Look, there's like stuff flashing all around it.
If I'm being honest, this looks like someone with really powerful lasers pointing at the clouds, which you can do. You know, they're just pointing really powerful lasers at the clouds. We've seen some really powerful flashlights.
Looking at the previous two videos, I wouldn't be surprised if it was something.
No, I know. I'm just trying to explain away this stuff. I don't know if it could be AI that we're watching, or they're watching some kind of simulated reality, or
wait, they're watching some kind of simulated reality, not that we're in some kind of simulated reality, and that's what we're witnessing? Oh my God, they broke the cloud code, and now the clouds are just draining water from the firmament onto us, or the firmament broke, and that's how the atoms. Oh my God. Why is all these videos got a mess? And it's like within my current timeline, I'm like, other areas are seeing these kinds of things. I'm not seeing these kinds of things, but I don't go outside. I stay home, stay safe. I stay home, stay safe. Oh my God. Now I need to start looking at, oh my God, it's going to rain tomorrow. It's going to rain tomorrow. Oh, I need to get my crabgrass control onto the lawn. Sorry, wait, what? ADHD. Oh my God, I keep saying sorry too much. I keep being told I'm saying sorry too much. I need to work on that. Oh. Got to figure out a way to stop saying sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
She drugs me to keep me a vegetable. She drugs me to keep me a vegetable. She drugs me to keep me a vegetable.
Alright, we'll just come with you.
Mom, I don't want to be a vegetable anymore. Are you stealing, Mom? Are you stealing, Mom?
Mom, no one's wondering if you're stealing again.
Are you stealing, Mom?
Stop it. Seriously, dude. And then you put it all on camera for me because you think it's funny. It's not.
Merry Christmas. Oh, do you have something to say to him?
The dang store.
Oh, she did not just shut you off, bro. That's criminal.
Wait, what happens when you shut him off? Who's going to be the one that pushes now? Is it harder to push because about... Wait, I'm sorry. Is it okay to shut him off? I feel like you weren't supposed to shut him off. Oh, God. Oh, God. You know, to be honest, this is amazing to see this guy still, you know, having a personality and not letting anything hold him back. And that's the type of mentality I love to see. I love to see there's people that go through hardships and everyone deals with it a different way. And I'm not sure what the story is here, but I love to know that, hey, there's just an average person doing the average things that any other kid or person would be doing. Loved it. Love it. I mean, at this point, you buy a lottery ticket. I mean, yeah, that's the only thing. You're very lucky. You're very lucky. Wow. Amazing timeline. Goon timeline, best timeline. Oh boy. And even the cop, like, he just sped right past. Like, did he not see him either? Like, I don't know. That was twice.
Okay, super weird Sunday morning, but this is why you should never try to code something in VR. So if you're like me, if you try to code something in VR, you'll probably realize that the headset you're using has some shortcomings and need to modify the source code. But since the source code isn't available on the internet, you'll have to go to the dark web to find that. So basically, you'll go on a forum and ask, hey, does anyone have the Oculus source code? And then someone named Vlad will send you this torrent. You'll download the file and obviously scan it for viruses, and there won't be any. So you'll open it up and then you'll realize something. You'll realize, wait a second, this isn't the source code for a VR headset. This is the source code for an AI. And well, a lot of the folders have been translated to English. Many of the training data is still in Russian. So obviously then you'll get curious and you'll look up some of the file names. And that's when you'll learn that Oculus is also a censorship AI developed by the Russian government, and that its source code was leaked by a group of Belarusian hackers. So obviously then you'll get curious and say, oh, what is Russia trying to censor? And well, a lot of it is kind of standard stuff. You'll realize they're mostly concerned with removing pictures of protests, people making things go boom. And then by far the most hilarious part, which is that there's a ton of data to train the model to censor images like this, which show Putin in a negative light, and keep realistic ones like this where he looks powerful. But also, since you thought you were downloading VR headset code, you decided not to use a VPN or anything so that it would go faster, but instead you openly and publicly downloaded a classified Russian government program in which their apparently very insecure leader devoted hundreds of thousands of dollars towards deleting embarrassing photos of himself off the internet. And then you'll probably be compelled to compulsively share it with your followers because it's way too funny to keep a secret.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. What is this like? What was this? This is called something when someone tries to hide something and it ends up being, how big? Is this like the Sandra Bullock effect or something? No, what is this called? Someone tried to hide their mansion on the thing, and then, like, because they tried to hide it, it only had, like, 6 visits, but after she tried to hide it, and the thing went up and became, like, a viral... Sorry. Interesting. Hey, don't come after me, Russia. Don't come after me. I'm not responsible for the terrorists. I'm in Canada, right? I'm in Canada. You just stop it. I'm in Canada. Damn it. And by the way, if you were looking for that Oculus thing, you did it all wrong. You don't need the source code of the Oculus. They will literally give you the developer console, and you can grab the code, you can grab the SDK, and you can start coding. And you can even ask AI to help you with that. I wonder why AI sent you to the dark web when you were trying to make just Oculus. Sorry. I got too technical here. I know things about IT, but let's just go back to the reactions.
Could you hypnotize me to murder someone?
Absolutely.
And how long would that take?
40 minutes. If I can change context, I can get you to do anything. You're not thinking about killing me. It's not something that you would think about doing, but you can modify 2 different types of context. First context is it's a life or death scenario where you need to shoot somebody. The second context is you see that gun that you're holding as a water gun, something that's absolutely harmless. I've modified the context, so your permission in your brain of like, I can't kill this person, I'm not thinking about it, everything radically changes.
Dude, this is how they did the frickin' thing with Kim Jong-un's brother at the airport. Like, they basically, and it was a long scheme, man. It was a long con. It was a long con. They were like, hey, we're shooting a game show, and like, all you have to do is do silly things across all these public places, and we just record you. And so these 2 girls would just like do all kinds of like silly things, you know, like, hey, I wiped my hands on you. Hey, I dropped something and made a scene. And you know, they would do all kinds of like weird, quirky things. And then one of the last episodes, they were like, hey, this is the final one. We're going to make it a big thing. We're going to an airport. You have to look for this guy, and you just have to, you know, rub the water on his face, you know, and whatever it may be. And the girls were like, yeah, sure. So, you know, they both start looking for this guy. One person gets him, second person gets him, and it ends up being that guy was Kim Jong-un's brother, and it was an entire assassination attempt, successful one, I believe, and unfortunate one that could have been prevented had we known, but we didn't. They literally tricked them out. Were they hypnotized? No, they were tricked. Oh boy, not only do I have to be worried about being tricked, now I need to be worried about the hypnotist that's gonna do the trick and say it's a water gun. Oh boy.
Fun fact, these 6 men have been dubbed the dumbest robbers in Belgium. In Charleroi, Belgium, the 6 men walked into a vape shop at 3 p.m., flashed weapons at the owner, and said to give them all the money in the register. The shop owner named Didier told the men, it's early in the day, I haven't sold much yet, you'll get maybe $1,000 right now, but if you come back at closing time, I'll have $2,000 to $3,000 in the till. After a bit of pushing and shoving, the 6 men left the shop, and Didier called the police, who didn't believe the men would return. At 5:30 p.m., the 6 men returned, again demanding all the cash in the register, to which Didier told them, you need to buy a watch. I said come back at closing time, which is 6:30. The 6 men, again, left. At 6:30 p.m., the 6 men returned once again to collect on their promised cash, at which point they were arrested by plainclothes police officers who were already in the vape shop waiting for them. 5 of the would-be robbers were arrested, while a 6th managed to escape on...
Wait, did they find the 6th? Did the other 5, like, you know, snitch? I'm sorry, I'm just wondering. Man, how did the one guy escape? Like, how bad? Like, how? Like, literally, the entire setup was right there. You had the room, you had the cops in there, and you still let a guy... Sorry. I mean, imagine how good that guy must have been at escaping. I wish I could do that in Call of Duty and just escape out of the enemies. Sorry. Why is every video just end up being about you? You stop it. You're not the main character, then. You're not the main character. Bro, is this only for the swans, or can the fish also like float humans like this? But then again, all those scales, like all those textures on my body. Nah. Actually, fine. Let the swan have this. Is this a swan? Is this like an ugly duckling thing? Is this real? Do fish do this? Are they getting some? Are they eating something out of it? What's happening here? Why are the fish grabbing? Do they think it's food? They see its legs and there's like, oh my god, it's worms or something. I don't know. Wouldn't they be webbed legs? I have many questions.
This is the most psychologically twisted experiment ever inflicted on a monkey. It was the work of American psychologist Harry Harlow in the 1950s. He wanted to demonstrate the importance of comfort and nurturing in the upbringing of a child. So he separated the monkeys from their parents at birth and gave them a choice between two surrogate mothers, the cloth mother or the wire mother. Although the wire mother was the only one that provided food, the young monkey spent most of its time in the soft embrace of the cloth mother. Harlow used a monkey scaring machine to demonstrate the so-called parental bond formed between the poor monkey and its surrogate mother. He published his findings in an article called The Nature of Love. Later in his career, Harlow's mind turned to even darker places. He wanted to consistently induce depression in monkeys, so Harlow created something that he dubbed the Pit of Despair. Monkeys were separated right after birth and put in a narrow, windowless cage for up to 1 year. Just 30 days of isolation left the monkeys psychologically disturbed, and a year left them near catatonic. Harlow never felt remorse for his studies. In 1974, he said, "The only thing I care about is whether the monkeys will turn out a property I can publish. I don't have any love for them, never have. I despise cats, I hate dogs. How could you like a monkey? Who thinks we should put Harry Harlow into the pit of despair?"
And I can't do this. I can't be a scientist this emotionally ejected from what I'm doing. Oh my God. I mean, I would feel so guilty doing these kinds of experiments. Oh my God, this guy is, wow. I mean, somebody had to do it. If he wasn't going to do it, they were going to pay somebody else to do it probably. And then they were going to, regardless, they knew they were always doing the animal testing. Oh boy. Oh boy. I feel like, did we even need to test this one? Hey, get the Doge team on here. They would have been like, nah, we're cutting this. There's no need. I can tell you this is common sense. Of course they're going to go to the cute, cuddly mother over. Sorry. Oh boy. And then what? He was going to find like the cure for... Oh, there's no winning. There's no winning when it comes to animals in captivity and animal testing because, hey, you going to be the one that stops it? And then what? You stop it and then what's the next thing? They start experimenting on us? And then what? That now us is not okay, so now we need to make these other humanoid things in order to do the testing on them, but the humanoid things end up being like actual souls that actually exist, and then you're like, oh my God, now we're actually making the humans again. Sorry. And then that's how oh my God, that's how... I'm seeing so many variations of my timeline that can exist.
Do cows exist in the wild? Like, is there some part of the world where you can just be walking along in the woods and find a pack of wild cows living their lives? I think this is a fascinating question, specifically because of how few people know the answer. I mean, this is something that a 5-year-old could ask. But I bet of the adults watching this video, not 5% know the answer. Even though almost everyone watching this video from the United States uses or consumes something from this animal. And I'm going to tell you the answer in a moment, but I would love to know in the comments if you knew going in where these things came from. Because believing that these things only exist on cattle ranches sounds like the most clueless suburbanite idea ever. But it's true. There's no wild version of the cow, not anymore. Something like 10,000 years ago, we started domesticating a different animal called an auroch, which is now extinct. The last one of those died about 400 years ago, partially because they were hunted to extinction by us, because we loved their horns. They were valuable hunting trophies. Meanwhile, the ones we started breeding for milk and meat, there's 1.6 billion of them, and pretty much all of them exist only for that. So if you see a cow in the wild, somebody's probably looking for it.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Hey, in America, if you see a cow in the wild, 100% they're looking for it. But I come from a nation called India where the cow is sacred, and sometimes those cows get loose and are in the wild and they just let them roam because no one in India is going to be out there trying to get caught slaughtering them, depending on the area of India you're in, because there are now some areas where they are openly eating and killing cows, while other areas, like such as with the areas I'm from down south, because I'm South Indian, they definitely would not accept of any cow killing or anything. So interesting. I also know a lot about cows, not only because I'm from this area, but because I like to do the research, and I do know there's multiple versions of these cows that do milk as well. You don't have to always go to a dairy cow. There's like variations of dairy cows. Some have sweeter milk, some have like richer, creamier milk. It's all preference. Hey, what kind of cow would you like to get your milk from? Oh boy. Someone's gonna be like, Teddy, I want to get a human. Never mind.
2 facts about babies that absolutely horrify me, and they keep me up at night, and just no thank you in general. First of all, this is very deceptive. This is not what they look like inside of their skulls at all. This is actually what their skulls look like before they lose their baby teeth. This is way too many teeth for my comfort. I mean, why are they so close to the nose? Half of their head is just teeth. Why? Number 2, this is an MRI of a baby. It is clearly a demon sent from hell to destroy us all. Doctors don't usually show expecting mothers an MRI of the baby because, for obvious reasons. Because of this, I will no longer be holding any babies. Please don't ask me to. They make me highly uncomfortable.
Wait, what the heck? So this is an MRI of the baby when the mother is still carrying? That's crazy. I didn't even know that is a thing that gets done. I thought it just stopped at ultrasound, but I guess if they need to see more imaging, yeah, they do the MRI. Oh man. Yeah, I wouldn't want to see that either. You can't even see the teeth in this one. It just looks crazy. It's just like a demon thing looking right at you. This is just scary. Yeah, I'm kind of with this lady. I wouldn't want to see that either. But the teeth thing, I already knew. Yeah, where else would they go? That's expected. I always knew that. We're gonna do one more to end them all.
See why females be wanting to like marry before having kids, bro. Women need to be reassured in different ways. No girl wants to have 3 kids with a man if they're doing wife-related stuff, but she still got the girlfriend title. Some people will be like, a guy could still leave you even if y'all married. And when you get inside of a car, you could still get into a car accident even with your seatbelt on, right?
Yeah.
You still put your seatbelt on just to feel secure, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with females, gang. They just need to feel secure, bro.
Wait, what? They just need to feel secure so the guy can still leave you even with the kids, so they were gonna have kids regardless of whether they were married or not because they just felt secure? So the marriage is not even a real thing. Wait, am I reading this wrong? Wait a second. Man, why is this kid like dropping like facts on us, bro? Like, is this the same kid? Is this the same kid that was dropping the facts about the CIA and what the things they were doing to the projects? Sorry. Here you go again with the sorries. Oh my God, here come the comments. Teddy, what are you, Canadian? You stop it. We already went. Oh my God. I can't. Hey, there should be videos on the screen right now. Click on either one of them to continue the Goon Fix. The one in the middle, you can subscribe. I'm going to be stuck here sorrying. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Sorry, goodbye.
Wake up.